Is Grand Harbor in Temple City really deserving of its 2.5-star rating? From dim sum to dinner, we're here to find out if this spot lives up to its reputation, or if it's just misunderstood. Well, first thing you notice is that the prices seem okay, right, for the house specials?
Yeah.
Between $10.80 and $12.80.
So far, the service is pretty good. We were greeted right away when we walked in, and the server asked for our tea. It's really nice in here.
It is. The decor is very nice. I think it's worth noting that they have a lot of fancy stuff on here. Boston lobster, Australian lobster, sashimi boat, live seafood, geoduck, crab, abalone or squab, and then a whole roasted pork for about 330 bucks. So in terms of dinner, the prices seem to be pretty reasonable, between like $25 and $30 for like the chef recommendation items. Only one small downside is that we were sitting at this table and it was very wobbly. So Larry David here didn't want to sit there.
You got a wobbly table. Yeah, well, stop moving.
This is the fried rice. We got this because someone said there's not enough pork, not enough shrimp. It doesn't look like there's an abundance, but there's still pork and shrimp. I smell the char from the wok. I think it's not bad. I agree though, the ratio of the meat to rice is kind of not equal, but I don't think it's that bad.
But for the price, you can't really complain, right?
It's $12, remember that. I think it's really good.
That's pretty standard for us to order a veggie dish.
The watercress, some people call it morning glory. It's nice and crispy, it's fresh. I would prefer there to be a little bit more fermented tofu, but I think it's still really good. And this is the pork chop. Someone said they made it such big pieces that is for dogs. I mean, I agree, this piece is really big. And then this one is small. So it's not really like even, but it's pork chops. Oh, this is the best part. We love this part.
That's my favorite.
It's like salty and spicy and garlicky. I get an A+ from this place. Price is good, the food tastes good, service was pretty good.
From the time you ordered, which was 7 minutes ago, everything's already out. And the first dish came out in about 4 minutes. Do I get the dog piece?
Peter's year of the dog, so.
There's a lot of meat. You might have an objection if you don't really like salty food, but it is on the salty side a little bit, so beware of that. But other than that, it's nice and juicy, it's crispy. And seriously, once again, for the price, you can't really complain. It's hard to find specialty dishes like this for under $15 even 20. We only have the two of us, 3 dishes, not too bad. And we're gonna definitely have leftovers. Total before tip, $41. Here's the breakdown, $12.80, $12.80, $11.80. Here at 9:30, one of the first customers here.
We are the second customers. So paper menu, small items are $5.38, medium items $6.68, large is $7.38, specials are $9.68, and chef special, I think, $10.99. Their menu's all in Chinese.
Entirely?
Yeah. But at least they have these pictures with the number on there.
Secret's to use the other menu to cross-reference because the one in the book is in English. So they have crystal shrimp dumplings with gold leaf. So they do have some of the fancy stuff here too. You notice they have a cartoon durian bun. I like the cartoon, I like the bun, but we don't do durian. No, that should be illegal.
For dim sum, there is a $1.99 per person tea charge. And you have a choice of chrysanthemum, shou mei, jasmine pu'er, and iron Buddha.
First items here.
It took about
8 minutes since the receipt was printed.
Plastic on top. I could do without the plastic, but it's pretty good.
Seems to be a little extra chewy.
Yeah, Phoenix claw time. That's it. It's good. It's really soft.
Not very saucy, right?
All right, we have ham soy gok today. It's like a mochi, fried mochi, and then there's meat on the inside. Yeah.
It's not very filled. Really more about the outside than anything, right?
Yeah. I asked her to cut it in half for us.
It's good. So you get like 2 different types of textures, and it's like a little bit sweet.
It's a very popular item. It's a chive seafood dumpling. You're big, huh? Don't fix it up, Peter.
Oh, not bad. And we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this one. Either it's okay or it's not. The skin on it is like very thick. Overall, I think so. What's on the top?
Fish egg.
You can see the green, the chives on the inside. I actually don't taste much of the fish eggs on top. The chives really stand out. And even though the skin is similar, it doesn't taste as dense and as thick as it does on the hagao.
This is the special, never been seen egg tart ball.
And very crispy on the outside, you can tell. It's warm, but it's not burned my hand or my mouth hot, it seems like. It doesn't taste like egg tart, it tastes like mochi ball. On the very inside, it's the egg.
Oh, I see it. So it's egg and mochi in a ball. Egg custard mochi filled ball.
Really good though. The outside is nice and crispy, and then you do get like the soft mochi on the inside. I think it requires a bigger bite because getting all three of the elements together is what makes it good.
Poke a hole in it. Let some heat out. Like a jawbreaker. Interesting. You know, like the lava, salted egg lava bun? It's like this, but in a hard ball.
It's not as liquidy.
I like it.
And one last item. It's not as fancy as Bistro 1968. It's not Wagyu, right?
No, it's just regular. Beef with cilantro. This one's good. The beef is soft. The noodles on the outside is soft.
Overall, this is definitely not worth 2.5 stars. I personally would give this like a solid 4 stars because I think the food is pretty good. For dim sum, you definitely find other places for cheaper, faster, and better food, but this is right in the middle there. So if you're looking for something that's just dim sum, nothing like super fancy, and you can go as a gathering, come here. The highlight for the food is the dinner and the specials because we had a lot of food and it was pretty cheap. In terms of the service, it's definitely not the best. It's because they are understaffed and it's very busy. And typically at Chinese restaurants, you are going to have to flag them down because a lot of them are understaffed and it's a lot of work for them. So just be understanding about that. For sure, that's something to be aware of before you come here.
If you like this video, go watch our other videos where we investigate on 2-star restaurants as well.